Our arms and our hands help us to perform daily tasks like writing, eating, moving things around. They can feel if things are too hot or too cold, whether they're soft, solid. So for people that lose their precious limbs, life can be pretty challenging. Which is why we are developing ways of building a robot arm that can not only move, but feel like the real thing. Hi, I'm Peter. I work at the University of Melbourne and St Vincent's Hospital, and our teams here are looking at ways of helping people who've lost their limbs. Engineering and science has come a long way in building prosthetic limbs. They can give people the ability to walk again and perform daily tasks. However, there are many things we need to look at in order to create a robotic limb that can speak directly to the brain in order to move and feel like the real thing. First, let's look at turning signals into action. We know that the brain and our limbs have a connection, just like a telephone line. The brain speaks to the limb responds. Exciting technology already exists which uses 3D printed microchips to read signals in the brain, to pass movement messages via nerves to muscles that then guide the movement of robotic limbs. We are testing what combination of electrical signals in the brain correspond to which movements in the arm and hand, so that we can program it for robotic use. Next, let's have a look how muscle contraction drives motion in the hand. To do this, we are creating new muscles using a technique called tissue engineering. What we do is create nerves that are guided down to muscles that we build using special materials and special cells called stem cells. We developed a model of the concept by growing muscle cells in an experimental dish in the laboratory, and the signals from these muscles seem to suggest that the cells are talking to each other as the signals appear coordinated. These signals have been taken and the code of their activity deciphered, and we've used those signals to drive the robotic hand. So once we connect the two, we have movement. We can see this concept working by the way that human muscles drive the programmed robot hand. We touch and feel with our hands. So the next thing is to work out how do we get the signals from our fingers back to our brain. We are building ways for our robotic limb to feel sensations such as strength and pressure. Our sense of touch comes from a huge network of receptors and nerve endings in the skin. These link our fingers to the central part of our nervous system. By communicating between finger and brain, we are able to feel. We are currently looking at a way of developing sensors in the hand to send these signals back using the same route that the command arrived down. So one day, we hope to get robotic limbs like these to move and feel just like the real thing.